What's up, y'all? It's DreamyVerse's. I'm here at Big Yogi'Z Garage, about to get a podcast underway. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Go subscribe, like, comment, share all that good stuff on his page because he's been doing a good thing. So, you know, the support's needed. We need that support. Let's go.
Everybody wanna talk about me. Everybody wanna talk about me like they know me, but they never even knew me from the jump. I just don't understand how you run your mouth when your ass is in the house.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi'Z Garage. Today I got DreamyVerse's.
Yes, sir.
What's
going on?
man?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah,
doing good. Glad to finally make it on here. It's been a while. Been trying to get it all planned out. Now we got it. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, because okay, so there's backstory to how me and you. Okay, at one point I needed 400 subscribers for my YouTube. I remember writing on there I had like 398 or something.
Yeah.
And you said you messaged me and you said you was my 400 subscriber.
Yep. So I went on there and gave you a little support because I feel what it's like. You know, you need that support. So
yeah. So then after that, I was like, one day we're gonna make it happen. But then we were gonna plan something out, and then you ended up being in a hospital.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I had a heart attack in March, so I had
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I didn't expect that to happen at my age, but once that happened, I had to push a lot of things back. But I'm getting back into all this stuff now, so I got some videos that I finally got to record for some of my upcoming songs, and then definitely wanted to get on here. Show some love, so that's awesome.
Okay, so yeah, that was crazy. I was like, damn, heart attack that young, but
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about you. Tell me a little bit where you're not from here, from Toledo, right?
No, I'm not from Toledo. So I grew up about half my life in Fostoria, Ohio, and then my other half of my life in Columbus. We moved around a lot when I was a kid, so kind of got like the big city vibe and then the small town vibe. So as far as like my music and stuff and how that all started, when I was younger, I was real interested in music. I grew up on Prince and stuff. I got a tattoo of his. He's one of my favorite artists. And I just was inspired by a lot of those artists. So I joined choir. One of my buddies, when I moved to Columbus, I met one of my best friends there. And, we still talk to this day, but we're just like distant friends now. But we were in choir, and I just started getting a feel for singing and everything, and I was like, I really like doing this. So we'd go home after school, we'd pop on YouTube and just pull up different songs we like Coldplay. We'd listen to some Coldplay and just kind of sing along with it, try to work on our vocals and all that. And then I'd say about 2018, one of my other buddies, when I moved back to Fostoria, he then said, hey, would you ever want to go to the studio? I didn't do music, nothing like that at the time. And I was like, I was like, you know what? I mean, I would be down. We could do it. And then, so we went to this, like, it was a home studio. It wasn't no crazy setup, nothing, just to get a feel for it. And then, like, the first time I heard my voice, I was like, man, like, I think I really like doing this. So then I ended up reaching out to one of my, he's a producer of mine now. He goes by Van Lee. And he kind of like put me on to like what it really sounds like to be in a good quality studio. And then ever since then, man, I heard like some of the stuff he sent me after I'd go record, and I was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. So that's how I really got into the whole music thing. Just all like the music inspirations in general was Prince, Michael Jackson, like just all the old big time artists. That's really what I grew up on. So
yeah. So you like more like a singing type of...
Yeah, I do R&B. I can do rap. Like one of my recent songs that I'm going to, I actually have a video that's gonna drop next month, and it's more on the rap side. I do both. It's kind of like a melodic rap is my main style. A lot of people refer to me like Post Malone kind of vibe. I do like the R&B, old school R&B type of feel too. So I kind of vary on my genre. So that's one thing that's always been hard, is like trying to figure out what genre I really fit into. But at this point, I just like making music. So I just make it, and whatever it is, that's what genre it is.
Yeah, some people tell me like I need to change my podcast and do like a certain niche. Like, just if you're gonna do artists, just stick to artists. Or you're gonna do football players, just stick to football players. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Right? Yeah.
I want to do whatever I want. So is that something similar?
Exactly. Because people's told me that too. Yeah, you gotta just. It's nice to have different categories and fit in different places, because you know, like there's even some country songs that I have on the back burner that like I'm by any means not a country artist, but I've dabbled around in it just because I really like, you know, the vibes of some of the beats and stuff like that. So I think that, you know, a lot of people that will say like, oh, you should do this, they're not doing anything half the time, man. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't tell me to do something when you're not even doing something. So yeah. So I think that what you got going is really good too, because like, it's nice to have those categories. I mean, you could sit there, you could make different categories, and if maybe people like to hear, you know, about some of the community stuff, or they like to hear certain aspects of your podcast where they can just go to and just look at only that. But then there's people that will like to just hear the artist, they can go look at that. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I want to change. I want to give the artists a little bit of play, but then I also I'm into football.
Yeah,
I always
exactly.
got football, so I want to, you know, the young football players. So I want to give them hope or maybe one day they're gonna make it to the NFL and they can come back out. Maybe one of you guys artists blow up. And you guys can come back on and be like, hey man, I was on Big Yogi'Z Garage.
Exactly.
And come back when you guys are big. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm trying to give, you know, trying to push that, but also people in the community. You know, local people in Toledo, tattoo shops, this and that.
Yep.
Just to try to give everybody a shot. Because sometimes the Toledo 11 News, let's say the news, they just pick whoever they want. And then they put whoever they want on the news, the radio stations, they put whoever they want on the radio, and no one has no choice. But I let just regular old, you know, sometimes a young kid, football player, he reaches out to me and I say, yeah, let's go. I gotta find a date because I have a lot of people reaching out to me, so it's not always right away.
Yeah, you got to plan it. Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's good. I think it's good to do what you got to do. Test this out, test that out, and find your thing.
Exactly. Trial and error. That's what.
What other kind of music do you do?
So mainly that's really it. Like the R&B is like my biggest go-to. My partner, Just Marie, she also does the R&B. So we got like a lot of vibes we've been working on. We got a project we work on. Got another dude, he goes by Zendo too. He's another one that I would like you to meet him at some point because he's pretty cool. He's got like a more younger vibe. Like his music category is pretty, like it fits like the nowadays age kids like growing up. He's 21, so like I'm 27 now. So a lot of my music's kind of changing from that. But I would say that he's definitely somebody else too. We just got this little group going right now that we're just trying to really get out there because you know it's now or never. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and Just Marie, you brought her with you.
Yep, got her over here. Yup.
Shout out.
Yep.
Yeah. So she's part of your guys' little group. Thing.
Yep. It ain't like a label or anything. It's just mainly just a bunch of friends that we all share the same aspects of, you know, what we want to do with our music, where we are, like our goal, our journey. So we're, you know, when you team up with a bunch of like minds, like it makes shit happen. So
yeah, that's really good. And then so are you guys all in Fostoria? You said Fostoria?
Yeah, Fostoria is like home base, and then I've been venturing a lot over here in the city and stuff because there's a lot of good stuff in the city. Honestly, like as far as like I've shot a lot of videos over this way just because like there's a really good scenery and stuff, and then also like I don't know if you're familiar with Handsome. He's also somebody that has been an inspiring artist. Like when I was starting off with the music, I reached out to him and we've talked and chopped it up a little bit, and he's kind of gave me pointers and tips on what stuff like he's done that he thinks work, and it's consistency, man. That's one of the biggest things that I find from a lot of like artists that are getting to a point where they're getting like, you know, some type of like status and really getting their music heard. It's always consistency. So that's what I'm fighting for.
I've actually reached out to him and reached out to his dad, his management team, but still
nothing.
Like we were talking, talking about something, but they haven't set up a date or nothing with me. So I'm still waiting for him. His dad used to have a office in this building.
Oh, really?
So he actually walked over here. I was sitting here one day, and me and his dad talked and everything. But
I'll talk to him, man. I'll see, because I don't know why. I know they are busy a lot, but I'm sure he definitely would.
And then one thing for sure is like sometimes there is a lot of people that are hating on him, but but his consistency is unmatched.
Yeah.
And the reason why he is who he is because he puts all his stuff and he's there and there and there.
Exactly,
and it doesn't matter. Some people might like his music and some people don't like his music. But that's okay, because no one has to like 100% of you. You just have to find your people to support you, just like me. Like, I don't care if people don't like that I have an artist and a football player. It doesn't matter, because I feel good at this chair, man.
Exactly.
I feel good sitting here talking to you or a young football player or a local person in the community. I don't care what people think on that other side of the screen. They can like me or they can't.
Exactly. And that's the mindset you got to have, man, to really get there, because that's what a lot of people, they're worried about what people think and what they should do. And I used to I'm not gonna lie, I used to base my music off that. Like, what do you guys like? What do you guys like? And then I started doing it for what I like and writing the lyrics for what I want to express. And I've gotten a lot better traction now than I've ever had, just because it's more realistic music. It's not me trying to make this image so people can hear it and think I'm cool. You know what I mean? It's just more so, oh, okay, you could just tell it's coming from the heart with a lot of my stuff. So.
And that's the best way to be, dude. Just do you. Don't worry about all these people, because you can never make 100% of the people happy.
Right.
You know, I noticed that when I was losing weight, right?
Yep.
When I was fat, people were like, damn, bro, you gotta make sure you getting fat. But then I started losing weight. I started getting skinny. And this dude said, man, dude, stop losing weight. You getting too skinny. You look sick.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, bro, you can't make people happy with here.
No.
You can't make people happy with here. Like, I had a piece of shit car, right? People was like, bro, man, your car kind of shitty, bro. Then I don't have a nice car. Yes, my car's like a regular car. But like, let's say tomorrow I bust out a Lamborghini.
Oh, yeah.
People be like, damn, Yogi think he's too good. Now he's driving a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
So you can never make 100% of everyone happy.
Exactly.
So what's the best thing to do? What do you think? What's the best thing to do?
Just do you.
Make yourself happy. Right?
Just do you. Do what you gotta do for you. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters, man. And that's what a lot of people. Man, that's the problem with the world a little bit, man. Is everybody thinks you got to do things to look a certain way and be cool to blah blah. Like I got this chain on. I wear this chain because that's what I want to wear. Like I like to wear it, not because I'm trying to have a certain look or come off like I got money. It's not real diamonds by any means. That's one thing I'll never be like, oh yeah, this is real. You know what I mean? I just like the look of it. That's how I want to look. So, but yeah, like. I think a lot of people. Nice. Yeah, exactly. It still looks just as good, and I didn't spend $300K on a chain. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's definitely
raining like crazy outside.
Yeah, I heard that. But yeah, man, it's definitely something that I learned over the last couple years, because I used to really be about like, oh man, hopefully I don't know what they're gonna think. I'd be deleting videos, taking stuff down, you know. Yeah. So
I like everything you do, bro. Every time your stuff pops up on mine, and you know what? Like, you do a good job, because your social media. You know, it's always up there, because a lot of people get buried, and you know, once you start getting a lot of people on your social media, some people get buried. You don't see them no more. But I always see all your stuff. Every time your reels, your videos, I always see you singing and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, because you do a good job. You keep consistent. And you're putting a lot of stuff out there, and don't worry about people like some people. I don't know about you, but some people worry about putting too much out there, and then people are gonna get sick and tired of you.
Yeah, I used to care, and then I was just thinking, I'm like, that's the point though. You got to be in their faces, or else that's why you become irrelevant. So if you want relevance, you got to be out there, and that's another thing that we've all talked about. Like, we all know that like. We need to be in their faces at all times. If you're not, then yeah, you're gonna get forgot about. That's just like any artist that's blown up, whether it's a one-hit wonder or they had a nice album, and then next thing you know, you don't hear about them for years. And then they might pop out again, but it's like they just didn't stay consistent. Yeah. And then I see people at the mall, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, Yogi? How you doing?" He's like, "Dude," the one who's like, "Dude, I feel like I see you every day, because I post on my stories all day long. I'm always on social media, mostly Facebook. But I do have my TikTok. I got my weekly podcast on YouTube. I got my my Facebook and Instagram stories. I keep my stories going all day long, so people kind of know exactly where I'm at, and I'm not scared. I'm not. Some people they don't want people to know that they're at this restaurant at 5 o'clock. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Come shoot me? Come shoot me. Exactly. What are you gonna do? Murder me? I got Jesus on my back. Come murder me. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Ever since I found Jesus, it makes everything even easier. Yeah, that's crazy you say that, man, because I kind of been also trying to build a relationship as well. So it's kind of something that more recently happened after the heart attack. You know, it really shook me in a certain way where like I appreciate a lot of things I didn't appreciate, man. Yeah. Because it was to a point where I was like, you know, when I went to the hospital, they were like, I didn't know I was having a heart attack. So I got to the hospital and they're like, they're checking all my levels and everything, and they come back and then they tell me, they're like, "You're having a heart attack," and I'm like,
What?
what's going on? Like, I know I had my pain and stuff, but it didn't feel like it was anything like that. And then they're talking about like I had to work the next day, and I'm like, they're like, well, you're not going to work. And I'm
You
like,
might have to call off.
right. I'm like, I can't take any points. And they're like, well, you're not going to work. So yeah, that was a big eye opener. Started appreciating a lot of different stuff, like, you know, just nature in general. There's been a lot of nature walks, like hearing the birds in the morning. There's just little things that you just don't realize that like you take for granted, you know.
Yeah, bro. I seen you on them. I seen you. You had a bunch of like the little patches on there.
Yeah.
They must have did like an EKG on you and all that.
Bunch of those, yep. And I still did a video in the hospital just because it's like I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like I'll die doing this shit because this is what I love to do. So.
Yeah. Is that why you feel like there's a certain love for this music thing?
Yeah.
Is that why you're going so hard at it?
Yeah, that's why I've really put it in gear, because I realized like it's now or never. And I also have kids, so I want to make sure that I have something to leave behind, whether it's just, even if I don't even ever make a dime off this, I just have something that they can go back to and they can listen to me, and like I can still be there with them in certain ways, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, the goal is though to build some type of legacy to the point to where they can be good for their life, you know?
Yeah, and you have kids? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got kids. Yep, I got.
How many kids you got?
So I got my daughter, she's 3. My son, he'll be 9. Dang. And then my girlfriend, she's got her boy.
Okay,
yeah.
So you got a stepchild.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just seen you as an artist. I never seen any kind of like
the outside life.
Yeah, because you had your focus on your business.
Exactly.
And trying to get all that and stuff.
And I'm real private with my family life. Like I don't mind it. I used to not post my kids at all, but I've gotten a little better with it. But I don't like to like just put it out there. There's a lot of weird people out. Yeah, and it's just like, and I don't want, you know, them to know, say somebody knows where I live, and then they see that, and then like, you know, I'm not home and my kids, you know, something. So I just think about that, but I've gotten better with it because, you know, I do want people to know a little bit about my life. But
it's kind of hard. It's a tricky situation. Me and my wife go through all this stuff because we do social media and we put our, you know, grandkids, or not grandkids, but our nieces and nephews and stuff in our social media. Some people don't like it, some people don't. But ever since ever since I've been learning about Jesus and God, I just put my faith in Him. Put my faith in Jesus that everything's gonna be fine, and then we're gonna create a beautiful social media. We don't put anything negative out. We're talking about God. My wife does, you know, get ready with me's. She does like, you know, makeup things. Yeah. We have like we're trying to promote healthy relationship, a good husband and wife relationship. Yeah, that's you know nice. What I mean? Like so. We're trying to do it like where we're not trying to do. We almost have a feeling like no one's gonna mess with us because God's protecting us. Yeah. And we're doing something good for the community. So if anybody does come mess with us, then they are super like really crazy, like weird people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, but we know that can happen, right? Mm-hmm. We know that, so we take measures. We got cameras, we got this, we got that in our house. You know, we got, you know, here in the studio, I got a camera. The building, the landlords, they live upstairs. They got cameras all around, so make sure no one's like gonna come in here and try to rob me or. Right. I don't have come rob me.
Yeah, take it. That's what I said. It ain't a real chain.
My business card. As soon as you leave, I'm calling my bank and say, hey, can you cancel that card? Yeah. I don't carry cash. Right. Like what are you gonna rob? I got rubber. I got like, you know, like these are like little beads, and my chain is like $100 at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I try to keep my stuff plain, you know.
Yeah, I do feel you on that. I do like that stuff too. I have a it's like a dog tag, but it has some scripture on it and stuff too.
Yeah, like I believe like if someone comes and tries to do anything to me, like God's gonna punish them so bad.
Yeah, they'll get theirs.
Yeah, like karma's a you know, a BITCH. Yeah. I don't even like cussing it. Ever since I learned about God and stuff, like, it changed think twice. My life, dude. It changed my life, dude. Like I was smoking. This is how I was smoking weed. Yeah, I was gonna I was making my whole podcast like I was thinking about, you know, since weed became legal in Ohio, you know, I was like, man, I'm gonna have like weed, you know, advertisements and this and that. But ever since I met Jesus, dude, and I gave my life to Jesus that day, I just stopped smoking. I started getting better. Okay, what I wanted to ask you is like, why did you get the heart attack? Were you like really unhealthy? Were you eating unhealthy? Are you working out now?
Yeah, working out.
Tell me a little bit about all that.
So basically, yes, it was kind of like it was just like all in one. So it was really bad on like eating habits. Like I would eat unhealthy. I'd eat whatever. I'd come home late. I worked second shift, so I'd come home late. I'd binge out on stuff, go to bed on it. And then also, I smoked cigarettes at the time. Actually, before I had the heart attack, I had quit smoking cigarettes, and I was working on quitting smoking weed. But anyways, I was smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, and I smoked like every day, probably like 2-3 times a day. And then didn't work out. Like basically everything bad that you can do to your body, I was doing it. The only thing I never really was a drinker or anything like that. Yeah. So I wasn't drinking or anything. But then, after I quit cigarettes, it was kind of funny, or maybe not funny, but then I had the heart attack. I'm like, what? So
I remember you asking me too about what I was doing, like fasting. And
because then I'm like, that was the hardest part, was trying to find like heart healthy stuff that tastes good, that you're not, it's not bland, you know what I mean? Because I'm over here eating pizza and chicken wings and all the good stuff, and there's like, you can't have that no more. I'm like, oh. So
your dopamine was like ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Now you're like, oh man, this shit tastes like cardboard.
Eating some chicken, it's got like Mrs. Dash seasoning on it, which it's grew on me. Actually, the healthy lifestyle is like, it's my go-to now. I'm glad that the heart attack happened, in a sense, because I think it was an eye opener to like, hey, this is your time to treat your body right. We only get one of them. So after that, then I work out consistently. Every now and then I'll have like an off day, like where I don't, just to like recoup, because I weight lift too now. But that's everything I was doing that like made it to the point where I'm like, now that I've switched over to all the healthy stuff, I feel so much better.
You look a lot better too.
I appreciate it, man. And I was gonna say the same for you, because I was watching your journey too, man. And I was like, that's something, you inspired me with the weight stuff too, because it was just like, it's one of those things where like people don't realize what they're doing, because it's like everyday life, stopping at Burger King to grab a sandwich because you don't got time and all this. When really, if you just plan ahead and you really take it serious, like people want to get high, but really it's like you can get high off life just because you feel good, like, you know what I mean? That feel, and I know you feel it probably, like after the gym, like that high is way better than smoking or anything else, man. I'll get out of the gym and sweat, coming down ready to take a shower and feel good and get a nice, like, healthy meal, and that's really and then that's when I end up doing my nature walks, because then I'm like feeling all good, and I'm like, I'm gonna go out I go to like the little nature preserves, just take a walk or whatever, or maybe I'll go fish. I've been trying to get into some fishing, like
that's awesome.
Some stuff I don't normally do, because that's what makes like it fun, is like when you're doing stuff that you're not used to doing. You're like, you don't even realize you like it. People's like, oh, I don't like fishing, or I don't like golfing, and I went golfing and I was the same way. I was like, golfing is boring, but then once you go and do it, it's like, wow, it's actually fun.
It's like people don't see it because we're so clogged up by all this other crap, like cigarettes, weed, drinking, all this other stuff. We don't see like the nature, the beauty of our everyday life is so beautiful. The birds, like you said, the birds chirping, going fishing. There's so much, a nature walk. Dude, that's where life really is. You can see the beauty. You can see God when you see those things. Yeah,
exactly. And that's funny, because I literally started setting up bird feed, man. And I'm like, at first I was questioning, I'm like, am I getting old? Because I'm sitting out here putting bird feed up and everything. But like, no, it's just cool to have them. They fly around. I see the hummingbirds every now and then and stuff, and they're pretty cool to look at. Ended up adding a bunch of animals to my house. I got freaking 2 snakes, 2 geckos, got 2 dogs now. I just got another dog yesterday because he needed rescued pretty much. And so, man, I've been appreciating just all life forms and just life in general.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. And then sometimes, I don't know if this is true, but this is like my opinion. Sometimes we're doing so much bad shit to ourselves that God's like, smacks your ass real quick with a little heart attack. Or throws your ass in jail like me. Cause I was on fire. I was doing bad shit. I was successful, and I always had this and I always had that. I had money. I had girls. I had this. But dude, I wasn't doing the right things. I was selling drugs. I was this. And then God was like, you know what? I'm about to lay your ass down in prison for 3 years real quick so you can straighten your ass up. Ever since I got out of prison, I became who I am today.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So now God, same thing. He was smoking cigarettes, drinking weed, eating Burger King all
Dominoes
night.
every night.
Doing that. God's like, man, hold up. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to hit his ass with a little heart attack real quick so he can straighten his ass up and see what reality, where he really has. Because what you have is precious, brother. You have you're a big ass dude, is strong, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing giving your life up to this bullshit? Give your life to your music, your kids, your family, and God, you know what I'm saying? And then little by little, you're going to fix your life, dude. Like, everything's going to come to you. If you put those things in the forefront, then everything will come to you. Because that's the main thing. Put God and your girl and your kids and your career. That's the things you need to put.
Yeah.
Once you put those things in the forefront and forget about that weed and forget about this. And I'm not saying everyone has to forget about weed, because I smoked weed my whole entire life.
Right, yeah, that's how
You know
the same
what
way.
I'm
I'm not a hypocrite, but at the same
that
time,
helped me
it's
with so much things.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
When I was stressed out, when I didn't have nothing, like, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there like stressed out. How am I gonna pay my bills? Smoke a joint, you forget all about them bills. Boy.
You got them next week.
But also, there's a point where the marijuana was like hindering me. I wasn't. I was after I was done working. I still needed to do things, and I was like, I still need to make like my invoices, maybe make a few phone calls. But I was smoking that joint. I was like, man, them invoices can wait.
Yeah.
So I felt like I needed to clear myself from that, just to kind of to get to the next level. Because I was still working out in the morning, going to work, doing my podcast, but I just needed that other little extra oomph, and I think the weed was just holding me back.
And it does. That's the same way I felt, and I try to explain it, because like you will sound like a hypocrite telling people not to smoke, but it's like if they did get that, like since I have something that like the heart attack made me not like be like I'm never gonna smoke again. That's something that really made me do it. But it's like people that don't have something like that, it's like, you know, they're in their head. There's no reason why not, because it does make them feel good and all that. But really, if they do it, they'll understand it, you know what I mean? And like there's times where I've quit before, but then I knew like I don't have to quit, so then I'd end up getting back into it. This time it's different, because I know for a life I'm done smoking it. So it's like now I gotta look for somewhere else to find my highs or whatever, and then that's where you know, that's where it just happens naturally once you stay healthy. The healthy lifestyle really is something. If you get into it long enough, you just become. You can fall out of it, don't get me wrong, but it seems like
it's so easy to fall out.
Yeah, it is. Like I even like recently, like, you know, like at work they got the vending machines right in front of me, and I'm sitting there eating my healthy stuff. I look up, see a Reese's cup or something, and I'm like, man. So I've broken down and I've grabbed some stuff out of there every now and then, which is fine. That's like fine, every now and then it's all right, but
just don't make it a 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Turn that 99% of the time, go healthy, and then have that, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, go do your thing every once in a while.
Yeah, that way, because I was like strict. I was like so serious about it that I wasn't eating nothing. I was probably not even eating enough, because I was like, I don't know what to eat. I'm eating some healthy stuff, but I don't know what else I can have, and trying to figure it all out. Now I got it all down, and it really isn't as serious as I was thinking as far as my eating. It's just sodium levels and all that. But yeah, now everything's good though. Like I enjoy eating the healthy food. Really, I almost prefer some of it, because once you realize how much sugar you're intaking, I've always been water, so the pop hasn't been a thing. But definitely getting all that bad stuff out of my body, I feel so much better. Back pain's gone.
Yeah,
I was getting back pain, you know, but now that I work out and stuff, that's all gone. So
work your back out, dude, because I noticed that before I ever started working out, every once in a while I'd get like back pain where I was like couldn't even move for like 2 days.
I got that like not too long ago.
Yeah, and then you're like can't even do nothing.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I learned. So when you start working out, or you're already working out, every once in a while we got to do our back. We got to do like, you know how you can do like those.
Yeah.
Like there's like a bar you put there, and you just work out your lower back, because we got to make our muscles around our spine strong. So all the pressure is not just on our spine, you know what I mean? So they even like some people get elbow pain, knee pains, really is because we got to make our legs strong, our muscles around the tendons. Because if we don't have muscle around, that's where the joint pain comes. That's where the lower back pain comes.
That makes sense.
So we got to get everything strong.
Because then they're doing the work type. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because then we're letting all the pressure on the joint.
Yeah.
But we got to get our muscles to be strong.
Yeah.
And then eating, don't worry about it. Like less is more, bro.
Yeah.
For real. Less is more. Eat your healthy meal. Try to get some protein, because if you're gonna be working out, you know, eat like a steak or a piece of chicken or a fish. But you can always get a little carbs, a little vegetables, a little fruits. Don't go crazy where it has to be, you know, you have to be the most strictest person in the whole world. I don't do that. What I do is I eat. I don't know if this is good for you, because you got that heart attack and stuff. But what I do is I eat everything in an 8-hour window. So everything's 8-hour window, and then for 16 hours I let my body rest, recover, digest, and get back to normal. Because our body, if if we don't give it time to digest all of our food that we ate, then we're just packing more food on top of more food, and that's when we get our bellies full, and it's just like it's basically we're full of shit.
Yeah.
And when your tummy's full of shit, that travels up to your brain. Your brain will be full of shit, and you'll be keep eating all this bullshit, and you won't even see it. And somebody will tell you like, "Hey man, that's bad for you." And you'll be like, "Man, get away from me! I'm not." Because you push people away. Because once your belly's full of shit, your mind's full of shit, you can't even like listen to somebody that works out or doing good or anything because you just want to push them away from you.
Yeah.
So it's like a bad thing. But once you let your body digest and recover and rest, dude, you'll get back like into shape like you was like 20 like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and then implement your working out every day. Try to eat as healthy as possible. You don't have to go crazy, but try to eat as healthy as possible. And another thing that I do is I take these like pure I think it's called Perfect Amino. Amino acids is building. It's like the bricks. So you look at the bricks, right? So a piece of protein has aminos. It's the amino acids is every little brick to make a piece of protein. So you take like some amino acid pills or amino acid powder, and then that when you do working out, that helps you build a muscle.
Okay.
Yep, amino acids. I take there's these pills called Perfect Amino, and I take 5 pills every night before I go to bed.
Really?
Like when I eat.
Yeah, I heard of them, but I never like looked into them. So
yeah, amino is the building block of a protein.
Okay.
So that's what
it's like straight to the source.
Amino acids, and the ones that I buy, they're like 99% absorbable. That means that 99% of that goes into your muscle. And then some things, it's like you buy at the gas station a bottle of protein, and it said 28 grams of protein. Sometimes that's only 60% absorbable. So 60% of that 28 grams is going into your body. All the rest is just going like garbage. So a lot of times that stuff is garbage.
I got you, because I was wondering, I seen something about that, how like your body only absorbs so much anyways, and there's certain amounts you should get. So
yeah, and if you eat like a whole bunch of protein, it's not gonna do like there's only so much protein your body can handle at one time or something like that. Yeah. I don't know everything about
the whole, but
I just know that
it's working for you, man.
I just know that I do intermittent fasting every day, and I work out every morning. I wake up at 4:30 every morning, and I don't work out crazy. The guy next to me, he's going like, and I'm over here making my TikTok, like putting my phone and doing my little TikTok.
Yeah.
Because let's say I do 3 sets of this. So one of those sets I film. Then I move to another machine. I do 3 sets of that. I film 1 set of each thing because I want to make sure my followers can see what I'm doing, like just in case they want to work out with me or maybe at home or whatever.
Yeah.
So I make sure I record, and then I used to do inspirational, like quotes, Joe Rogan, and all these like. But ever since God's been in my life, I've been doing more like whatever, like preaching and like prayers and stuff like that. But not even on purpose.
It just happens naturally, right? Bro. Yep. Because I'm the same way. Like I've been just getting like even like my thoughts are like that. And plus I've been seeing you hitting them threes, man. So something's working.
I'm getting stronger though.
Yeah.
I'm getting without even forcing myself. I can do curls with 50s now. And before I was doing curls with 25s, but then all of a sudden 25s got light, and then 30s got light, and 40s got light, and then I can just do 50s. I can do 50s on this, and at first it was hard to do the 20s,
Yeah.
Just getting stronger without being like, I don't. And then I had one time I had a guy on here on my podcast that he was a bodybuilder. He's like 70 now, and he's tore up, bro. Back surgeries, knee surgeries. He said, Yogi, don't ever go so hard when you're young. Because then you're going to be paying for it.
Later,
So
I heard about that.
What do you do at the gym? Do you go crazy?
So I don't go too crazy. I do about 30 minutes, give or take, of cardio. Normally it's like on the treadmill. I'll be on the treadmill for I'll do 30 minutes there. And then like the give or take is because afterwards I might do a little bit of like the bike or something like that. But then other than that, then the lifting and stuff. So I kind of do like muscle groups. So like one day it might be for the arms, one day for the backs. I don't normally hit legs because my freaking legs are already like I don't want them to not.
Big ass
That's what I'm saying, man. So I don't need them. I don't need them any bigger, man. So I don't hit legs too often. Like and plus with my weight and stuff, I feel like my legs get enough work just doing the treadmill
like every day. And you're every day like walking around and shit. Yep. You're a big ass dude.
Yep. So, but I've lost a lot of weight. I was 328. I weighed 328 when I started, like at the time of my heart attack and everything. And I'm down to 297 was the last time I looked. Damn, 297. So I'm under the 3 mark, which is where I wanted to be. They want me to be at like 2. So it was something that I probably won't get to just because what's happening now is I'm gaining a little bit of muscle mass to the point where like my muscle mass is coming back, so my weight is kind of like staying, and it's like not,
But I mean, you look good, dude. Like you for real. Like you're not like you don't look like crazy. Like when I was 300, dude, I was like I felt unhealthy as hell.
I did feel unhealthy. A lot of people said that I've never looked my weight. I'll tell them my weight, and they're like, no.
You're wide too.
Like, I think that's what it is. And I used to box, so I think like when I used to work out as a kid, I was gaining some muscle on me and everything. So like I still have like that background, but then I just like I got the first girlfriend, and then I stopped boxing, and then we got a house, started eating all kinds of crazy stuff, and then it just transpired into. Then I ended up being 300 and some pounds. When I was hitting that mark, I was planning on doing stuff to lose weight, and then when that happened, with the heart attack, then I was just like, it's definitely time now. So.
You for sure like you needed to change your life because like you don't want to go into the sick route.
Ooh, no.
Or you're sick all the time taking all these pills. Have you ever been to like a pharmacy? You see like there's cars wrapped around the building.
Yeah.
Like that's not like.
Yeah, because like right now I started on 8 pills off rip, like is what I was taking. I'm down. I think I take 6 now, 6 or 7. I don't know. I got them all put out in like the pill containers. I gotta take them every morning, all that. But I mean, they definitely help. Obviously.
But eventually, you want to get healthy enough so you don't have to. You don't need all that.
Yeah. At least not all of them, man. Because when they told me that, I'm like, I'm 26. Well, I was 26 at the time, 27 now. But I'm like, I'm 26. Like, this ain't supposed to be happening right now.
Yeah, so that might even be a Guinness Book of World Records.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what some of the doctors even said. Like, you're too young for this. Like my cardiologist, he's like, you're way too young for this. But another thing too that plays into the heart attack stuff is I have some family history stuff too. So I mean that's part of it. But either way, I wasn't knowing that. I wasn't helping the fact, so yeah,
man. Well, that's one water down.
Yep, that's how I am.
I got some more too. Just
okay.
Everybody wanna talk about me. Everybody wanna talk about me like they know me, but they never even knew me from the jump. I just don't understand why you run your mouth when your ass is in the house and you sitting on the couch and them Pringles in your other hand. Tell me what I did, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I know what I am on and I'm really not gonna stop this shit. I just wanna let them really know just what it is. I got money on me now and I'm not gonna let them tell me shit. I don't even really feel this shit. This is not no diss track, this is just the truth, bitch. Listen up. Listen up. Just listen up, bitch. Hey, listen up. Lately something sparked inside of me. I'm feeling like the man. I'ma live forever. Got me feeling like I'm Peter Pan. Just watch the way I move, the way I dance. I don't even need no hand. I just got them looking, they be stuck. It's like they in a trance. Hold on, like they in a trance, baby. Hold on, like they in a trance. Got them in a fucking trance, baby. Got them in a fucking trance, baby. I got you in a trance. You know, you feel this. Even if you try to act like you don't hear what I'm talking. You know that I'm on this beat, you know I'm fucking walking. This a different side of me, it had to bring it out of me. I guess it's kinda good though, now they know what I'm on. Cause I'm not on no fake shit, I told them I'ma go rake it and it's my spot so I'll take it. Normally I'm on that R&B shit I'm singing, but now I gotta let them know that I can really do whatever. I am the most versatile motherfucker you had ever came across. I hope you see it now, bitch. 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 This is DreamyVerse's.
That shit fire, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
For real,
I appreciate it.
That shit is fire. All right, we're back. We went to the bathroom. We did a couple little intros and stuff like that, and then you rapped that song. Tell me a little bit. That song is fire.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
So that one, what really sparked that one is just, you know, like like I said, I normally do the R&B type feel. I do rap and stuff, but just everything in general, man. Like just there's a lot of background like hate, you know, stuff like that, which it keeps me thriving. But that background hate really motivated me to make that song, and the song's gonna be called "Listen Up." And yeah, I shot that with Al Vision. He's another good one out of the city, videographer. He's real good. So I chose him to do that one. And we made a movie, man. Like what was crazy about that video is that we went to shoot it on prom day. So everywhere that looks nice in the city was taken up by people taking prom pictures. So we had a real hard time at first. Like we had all these ideas of places and we'd go there and it'd be like loads of people. So we ended up just kind of randomly thinking of ideas in random places. We ended up going into what's it called? We didn't necessarily break in, but we did go in there and I got a vlog. I do a vlog channel, and we went into this building. I forget. It's like an art museum type of building. It's in I don't know where it's at. I forget where we was, but
in Toledo.
Here in Toledo. We like snuck into this place and like we used this elevator, and the elevator started shaking while we were going up, and I'm like, we ain't supposed to be here, man. So we're going up the elevator and everything, and we're walking around trying to find a scene, and there's so much cool artwork on the walls and whatever. So in the video, you'll see there's like these mouths behind me with like teeth or whatever, like dentures almost looking, and like we got that idea, like, oh yeah, run your mouth. So I did a little shot right there. So we got in there, and then I was like, you know what? Another good place, since there were so many people anyways, there was a mud ends game going on. So we're like, you know what we'll do is we just went down and we just were walking down the sidewalk, and I talk about people sitting on the couch eating Pringles or whatever. So the vision I had was, okay, so I bought a can of Pringles. He tosses the can of Pringles to me. I catch them and I start eating them. Like while I'm putting in work, shooting this video and everything. So like real time feel. People's behind me. We had people like saying, "Oh, I want to be in the video," but it was cool though because it gave some volume to the video. So it was a real cool experience, and that one's gonna be, I think, one of my better songs as far as people are really understanding like how serious I am now.
Yeah, that was it's fire, and that's the one that we're gonna put in the beginning of this podcast. So he's talking about the video in the beginning of this podcast. Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, check that out, yo. I'm gonna be dropping it after the podcast, so just stay tuned. Just find out when and all that. So
when this podcast come out, today's gonna be June 8th.
June 8th.
Yeah, today's June 8th.
Today's June 8th. Today's June 8th.
June 8th. So I don't know when. You don't know exactly when the song's gonna come out.
It'll be it's 2 weekends after June 8th.
Okay.
It'll be. So I believe that's the 22nd. I don't want to say for sure, but definitely two weekends following the June 8th. It'll be out.
So this is a preview to your. This is like what is it called when you have something?
The
like
snippet. A little sneak peak preview.
Okay.
Yep.
I appreciate you giving me that
opportunity.
opportunity.
For sure. That's why I chose that one, because I'm thinking like I got stuff out, but at least everybody that's been tuning in, they already seen it. So this is kind of cool to be able to show something that nobody has seen yet and everything. So
that's
cool.
Dope. Yeah, I appreciate that, because most of the people I've only did this. You'll be the third artist on that has like a music scene into the podcast. I did Cash Out Miggy.
Yep.
Started with him. Fazo, and now you.
Nice.
So, but this will be you're the first one that I get to premiere. I get to premiere the video out to people.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's dope.
Cool.
Thanks for giving me that opportunity, man.
No problem.
Because I told you I got dreams for the vault.
Yep.
I got dreams to changing the name. I got big dreams. Like I started this in my garage. I call it Big Yogi'Z Garage. But now that I have this vault here, I want to have I want to create something with the vault. I want the artists to come in and, do like a little music scene in the vault. I've already said this a bunch of times. I still haven't got to it yet.
Yep.
But
it's the year for it, man. It's the year for it now.
Yeah, I showed you. I opened the vault. I showed you. I got telling you my dreams. So, because I feel like we can manifest things into reality, but we have to speak into existence.
Exactly.
We have to make sure that people know, because by me telling you that, you can be like, hey, Yogi, you know, I can help you on it. And then,
Yep.
but if I never tell you, you'll never know. You will never say I can help you, and the thing will never happen.
Yep.
It'll just be stuck in my head forever.
Yep.
So I believe, you believe in manifesting your dreams?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's actually kind of what's been going on, I think, because I didn't necessarily believe in it before. Like I always like have heard of it and stuff, but when I really started implementing it and like really kind of I even go meditate sometimes. Like when I told you I was doing those nature walks and all that, like I'll sit there and I'll just think about all the things that I want, and like I might even say them out loud sometimes, and just kind of like, you know, just basically just sit there and just think of like the you call it dreams, but I don't like to call it dreams anymore, because it's like really dreams can be turned reality just with the manifesting. So it's like, it's really just like, you know, predicting what I want my future to be and bringing it to life. So
can you tell me a little bit of what you would want your future to be?
I'm not really like pushing to be famous necessarily. If it happens, it happens, but it's just more so just to make a good living off of doing the music, so I can just do that full time, and then also be able to just provide for my family. You know, I didn't grow up like crazy rough per se with my parents and stuff. We had our times, ups and downs. You know, no vehicles, walking places when we lived in Columbus. It's a big city. So like little stuff like that I've always wanted to give back to my mom, be able to get her a house, you know, all the what could be called cliche things, but it is something that I've always like dreamed of doing. So
Of course.
definitely that's my end goal, is to be able to have everybody around me just be okay, you know, not have to worry necessarily financially, because that was, out of all the worries in my lifetime, it was always based around finances. And so I want to just get it to a point where I can just be like, all right, guys, we're good, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great goals to have, because like really your family comes first. And then it's okay. So how about now? What do you do to pay for your music videos and your music and all that?
Yeah. So right now I literally drive a forklift. I drive a forklift for my main job. And then I just got a job at Chipotle, which is going to be like, the way I look at stuff like this is like, this is always like the backstory for the later times when they're like, what would you do? Because everybody thinks, you know, like some of these famous rappers and stuff, they just came up doing that. It's like, no, there's, you know, Rick Ross, security officer. You got like, there's different rappers that was doing the same normal life, because that's what life is. But like, so I got a job at Chipotle recently. So I'm about to start that next week. And then on the side I've been doing, it's called Mayo Sani Visions, which is we're shooting music videos for people. Just shot one yesterday. Got that to him. He was real excited about it. So I'm trying to just get, you know, a little side hustle going. The whole Mayo Sani thing, my brother, he's the main one that likes to do the music video aspect. But we do it together and stuff. So he was with me yesterday too, but I do like the editing and all that stuff for him. And then like he does the camera shots, I'll do the camera shots. We're kind of versatile together, but it's just something that we really wanted to do, because also with my music friends and everything, like we need in-house. Everything's expensive, so it would be nice to have some in-house stuff going on to where you don't always got to pay 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes on and on for a video, when you got, you know, a little know-how and a group of people to go at it.
Yeah, I seen that some music videos cost like $200-$300. And then we just got a video for my daughter's quinceañera, and that was $800.
Oh, that was real good too, by the way. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I bet that was pricey.
You know, Nate did a good job. They're fire. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of money, and if you're gonna be an artist, you're gonna keep making videos. It's just, you'll get overwhelmed. I've
spent thousands on music, man. Thousands of, and some of the songs, you know, maybe, you know, when something does go up and you know, that people check me out, you know, my old stuff, it'll get numbers, but some stuff, you know, I paid for and it might not ever do anything, but it's crazy, because I tried to start adding up like everything I put in, because you got the studio time, you got the beats, to buy the beats, the music videos, the outfits for the music videos. By the time you add everything up, man, there's like $1,000 in almost every music video. Definitely is over $1,000, because by the time you figure all that up, and then every studio time, you know, these days it's like 60 an hour. So, and then sometimes it used to be like, you know, 50 a song when I first started, which was a really good rate. But like still, like I probably got over like probably, I gotta have like 30, 40, 50, somewhere around there songs. So,
Damn.
so all that added up, I'm like, wow. So that's another thing that was like, yeah, I really got to get going on the consistency and stuff. Cause I got stuff that's old that people will hear and they're like, that's you and stuff. And I'm like, this is from like four or 5 years ago. So, but they don't know about it cause I didn't put it out there to really like, you know, I didn't really push.
You didn't push. You weren't like consistently pushing like advertising. And
I'd put it out and then just leave it. And then, you know, next one, put it out. And like right now I've been showcasing a lot of stuff. So some of this stuff I've been showing isn't out because I got so many things going on in the background where like I'm gonna unload. So I got the projects with Just Marie, I got projects with Zendo. Those are like the 2 main people right now. I also have a song with Handsome that we're gonna shoot a video for sometime next month, I believe. And then so that's another one. So I'm getting all these, you know, things around to where I'm gonna be able to just be consistent. And also my music's changed, like I was saying, like I don't make the same exact stuff that I used to. It's just like, you know, as you get older, like your music or just anything, your ways of thinking change. So my lyrics and everything has just kind of full circled and just became more truthful too, like more like me, like letting people in to understand how I feel, who I am. So
people love that, like when you're really open up and you tell your truth. You're not just making music to try to make someone else happy or what they want to hear. Like look at CNN Mikey. Like he became big because he was like really talking about his mom's drug addictions, about this, about the struggle, even though he's from Springfield and all that. But he was my wife actually knows his mom, and like they've been through it. Like it's like they really went through some stuff, and he raps about that stuff, and that's how he ended up, you know, becoming, you know, he's not multi-millionaire yet, but he's working on his way. Yeah, he's on his way to become somebody big.
Yeah, and his consistency, because like I know, like I don't know the whole story about the deal, but I know he's got the deal. But I know from what it seems like is, you know, it's up to him to make that deal better. And it seems like he's been really like, you know, being consistent since then to where like it's like every day I'll catch something of his too on his, no matter what I'm on, I'll be on Instagram, Facebook. So, and that's another inspiration of mine, because I used to watch his videos because I've worked with a guy, his name's Andre. He does Well Spoken Imaging is his name, his business, and I've done videos with him. And that's when I first ever heard about CNN. And at that time, he wasn't super big or anything, and I heard him and I was like, man, he's got potential. I'm like, that's crazy. So it's crazy to look back now and actually see him. It's crazy to see him now and look back then and be like, and see how far he's came, because at one point I was just looking at him like, you know, like we were just like in a similar level. He was just doing it a little more than me because he had videos out and everything. At that time I wasn't doing music videos and all that, so he inspired me to be like, you know what, I need to do some videos. And at that time was when I was talking to Handsome, and I hit him up like, hey man, like what's like. And that's what's cool about him. He does respond and like give like, you know, help and stuff, and that's something that's cool, because some people get in their head about it. It's like, I'm not going to respond back and all that. So that's why I was saying I don't know why they never even came through, but I know that he definitely would be somebody that.
Well, we did talk about it, but they just never like gave me the okay. I'm
gonna do it.
Like let's never said it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did. There was a back and forth, but there was never like, okay, like I told him like this. I record on Wednesdays. You let me know what. You know, which day, because I can't say, hey, can you be here on the 28th? And then, you know what I mean? I don't know his schedule. Yeah. So I was giving him like, you know, an open invitation for him to tell me the date.
Let you know.
But he still hasn't sent me the date.
Yep. So you see that, hey, if you're looking at this, you're watching this podcast, now you know you got to tap in, man.
Yeah, Handsome, man. Let's go.
Let's tap in.
I'm sitting here waiting for you, bro. You send me the date, and you'll be sitting right here. A lot of people want to know everything, you know, because we watch you. We all see what you're doing, but we would love to hear more about you. You know, go in a nice 1 hour conversation about your life and everything, man. We would really appreciate it.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool too. Like I got personable with him a little bit because I was working for his family business and stuff, and like got to know him like on a personal level. And he's actually a real laid back, chill guy. That's why it's cool to have him as an inspiration too, because there's a lot of people that aren't like that, man. Like they'll just shrug you off and like, you know, they're better than you and stuff. And he ain't like that at all.
So how do you feel about you being someone inspiration? People are looking up to you too.
Yeah, like that's what I try to get better with that, because like at one point, like I used to think that you had to be like that. And then it just got like now that I'm doing the working out and stuff, that's why I try to put some motivational stuff out, because not only am I trying to like motivate some people that might have felt like I did at the time when I was not doing anything to lose weight or whatever, and didn't understand losing weight and all that, but I do that. I put that out there now because it's like I'm telling myself that too. At the same time, I'm telling everybody else. I'm telling myself
but
that.
It's
honestly.
for you too.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then when I say it, I gotta live up to that. Is what I'm kind of feeling like when I say it. So there's a couple times I've done some little rants and stuff about weight loss mainly, because that is a huge thing. Like a lot of people, they just feel like bad and don't feel good, and most of it is health. Like it's just like if you do work out and you get your body right, your mind that all goes together, so your mind's right. And once I found that formula out, like I feel great. So that's a lot of the stuff I talk about. And then like with the music, I try to help people as much as I can, but I'm still learning, So.
Yeah, if someone called, like message you, hey, give me a little advice about your video or this and that, do you reach back out?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Try to help people out?
100%, yeah. Yeah, because like when I was doing it, I didn't have anybody to reach out to at first up until with the Handsome and a couple other artists I've reached out to as well. But I didn't have nobody to really steer me, so I was like blind in it. So now, like especially when I see artists that really are trying and like just to try to figure out how music videos work and how studio time works, what's a good studio. I always try to recommend stuff to people, because like I was doing it on my back porch when I first started. I still got the song somewhere. I was doing it on my back porch. I had this little laptop and I loaded up this program called Audacity. Put in some regular headphones and I started rapping and everything to it. And at that time, I had no idea how to like do music at all. So when I was rapping and stuff, it was just like a bunch of nonchalant stuff that like didn't make any sense really. But to know that, and I still have one of my first. I think I have my first song I've ever done. I'd have to dig it out, but. And so now it's crazy. So I definitely, and I see artists that are like that, but it's like some people's like, oh, I could never do that. I don't know how you do it. Like you can do it. You just got to put your mind to it, because that's something I did. I didn't never think I was going to make music in my life until the day that my friend was like, hey, would you want to go to the studio? And ever since then, I liked music. I would sing along to stuff and I liked that feeling, but I didn't ever think I would be making music. So.
Yeah, that's great. That's because you gotta be willing to help the next person, because like I believe that God gives us all these experiences to make sure that we know a little bit about it. So if someone asks us about it, you can be there for them. And don't push people away, and don't like. That's why it doesn't matter who reaches out to me. Eventually, like I'm gonna try to make room for them. It's hard because I only do one podcast a week.
Yeah, it's a lot of volume.
Yeah, I can only do 52 podcasts a year. And if like 300 people reach out to me, like it's gonna take 3 years.
If you're on a waiting list,
it's gonna be forever,
Yeah.
But I try to accommodate as many people as I can, and it doesn't matter if you're CNN Mikey or just like what I mean. My little 9-year-old nephew that plays basketball, football or baseball, whatever. I think he's a baseball player. Because I had him on, my little nephew, Aiden, and he was like 9 years old, and we talked about his baseball game. And because he asked me, he wanted to be on there. And I'm going to give everyone the same opportunity. It's just that people got to give me a little bit of time,
Right.
So I think that's what we're all here. We all go through our experiences to help the next person. Don't ever feel too big-headed where you can't give a little advice, or you can't just like at least. Now the thing that sucks is when people start asking us for money and stuff.
Yeah.
That's when we can say, hey, I tell people this all the time. Like I can help you with all the advice you want. You know what I mean? But I cannot give you money. Like I work too damn hard for my money.
Yeah, exactly. Especially today, man. Everything's expensive. It's crazy.
Yeah, and people think it's easy to just send $10 in a Cash App.
Yeah.
Or, hey man, can you Cash App me 20? What? Who are you, bro?
Like
I just met you on Facebook, and then you want to? Nah, man.
I've had a couple of those. Yeah, they just hit you up out of nowhere. Like, hey man, I like your music. Can I borrow? I'm like, what? That's crazy.
People, I don't know how people have the whatever
audacity.
Yeah, people have the audacity to ask you for stuff like that, man. Hey, man. So, is there anything you wanted to bring up, or can you tell people like where to follow you?
Yeah.
Like, you can all your social media, and also like your videography and all that. Like, where can people? Because some people might want to hire you. You know?
So as far as music videos, we do mic videos, music videos, photo shoots. It's Mayo Sony Visions. It's MAYO Sani, SANI. It's all one word, Visions. And we can get you together. And then also you can follow me. It's DreamyVerse. It's exactly how it sounds. Dreamy, VERSE. And you can find me on all platforms. I think TikTok. It was TikTok and Instagram. It's 2 S's for the verse part, but it still comes up.
And then we'll put it on the description. I have Brandon, my editor, put everything on your. So they'll be able to look it up too.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah. I was just say, or you can Google me. Like I type it in Google, it pops right up all my stuff. So, but yeah, definitely something to look forward to is gonna be the video that I got coming, and then I'm unloading probably. I would say I'm at about. I got like 20 songs right now, split up between the projects that I figured up. So I'll be dropping those back to back. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Any advice you want to give to like up and coming local artists or something like that? Maybe you know something that could help somebody.
Honestly, the biggest key that I'm learning still now and I'm now implementing is consistency. If you don't have consistency, if you're not taking I've been saying this a lot too, it's crazy. If you're not taking yourself serious, nobody's gonna take you serious, because like seeing is believing in a lot of people's eyes. So when they see you, doing, you don't gotta be doing big time crazy stuff. But if they just see that you're always constantly doing something, putting out something, even if there's times I'm just sitting in my car and I'm like, you know what, I'll open up Snapchat, do a little video, put my song over it, and I'll just, post it up. And then I've gotten thousands of views on something like that. Whereas, I got big videos that got shot and, they might only be at a couple hundred views and whatever. So but I'm still consistent. I'm not going to stop just because this one didn't perform this way. You can look at that as like, okay, this didn't do good, so you can look through and see why and try to figure out why and then change it for future stuff. That's the biggest things for me I had to realize, is like not everything's going to be the one, and stay consistent, because people will forget about you easily if you're not showing up and you're not staying in their face. So
yeah, consistency is key. And I always say actions speak louder than words.
Exactly. And what sucks about it is like everybody hears that, and that's what drives me nuts. Is like they'll hear that, like that's a common thing you hear. Yeah. So it's one of those in one ear out the other. But if you really think about it and you really understand it, that's as simple as that. It's just if that's what it is. But people hear it and they're like, oh yeah, like you've heard it before. So it's like, yeah, consistency. But then like when you really implement it and you just do it, you start seeing the results. And like I've already seen the results. I'm not getting no crazy amounts of views, but just me being more consistent, I'm getting new people that's like, hey man, I'll get new subscribers. I'm just seeing like, it'll be little stuff, it might only be 3 on TikTok, 3 on YouTube, but then you add them all up and okay, I just got 20 some subscribers over the last week. Like that adds up over time. So
yeah, and another thing is that you put it out there, because I remember you said that you were going to do a podcast this month and all that. Yep. And you put it on your Facebook, and that right there made me burn that in my head. And I'm like, I know that I promised him I'm going to do a podcast with him in May. Yep. Even though this was going to come out in June, but I still want to have, before May was over, I wanted to have you here. Right. Because like you helped me. When you became my subscriber, you always like my stuff. Like you don't have to share my stuff. I'm never asking you to ever, because I think it's important for you to share your stuff. Right, and right. If you want, give me a like here and there, or give me something else. I always throw like emojis on people's stuff. Yeah. But I can't share everybody's stuff because I'm trying to share my own stuff. Yeah. So but I appreciate everything you do. And and keep doing your thing and keep manifesting things into reality, because that's why we're sitting here. Right. Because you supported me, and then you actually manifested this to become reality. When you posted it on there and you said, I'm going to do a couple podcasts this month, and that seared it in my mind. Like I have to have him on this month, because I'm not letting him down, because he didn't let me down. When he said he was going to go subscribe, he subscribed. Fire. You know what I mean? Fact. So actions speak louder than words. And I'm not gonna. And I felt like his actions were good. He went on my page. He subscribed. So I gotta prove to him that I'm gonna actually do what I said that I was gonna do. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I appreciate you so much. Oh yeah, no problem, man. For coming
I appreciate you letting me get on here, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to coming back later on, man, and just catching up.
You can help me.
Oh yeah.
When I start this like video thing and all that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I want you to help me. Like maybe we can create something, for the future.
Yeah, we could definitely partner up, man, and then get this vault opened up.
Yeah, for sure. Because the thing is, my podcast, this right here, this is not just for me just to have an interview with you. No, I want to build relationships. I want to build friendships. I want you to know me for the rest of your life. We follow each other on Facebook. We create like a community of because one day I'm going to have live podcasts. One day I'm going to have shows. One day either it's going to be called Big Yogi'Z Garage or something else. But one day this is going to be live on stage. And I'm gonna have artists, and I'm gonna have people there eating, and I'm gonna create this. Because right now I got 600 subscribers, but I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna have thousands of subscribers. I'm gonna have a whole theater full of people, and Big Yogi'Z Garage is gonna keep going, and it's gonna keep growing. So I'm trying to build a relationship with every single one of you guys for the long run. This is not gonna be a one-time deal. Yeah. We're going to keep doing this, all right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate you showing up because a lot of people tell me they're going to come, but guess what? They have me sitting here like a little, like a little punk sitting here waiting for them to get here.
Yeah,
and they don't show up, and they cancel on me at last minute. And I'm over here spending all this money, getting dressed, making sure all the cameras are set up. I'm setting everything up, and they leave me here like I'm like their little bitch or something.
Yeah.
And that shit pisses me off. And that's sometimes I have to like go out there and say things, and some people don't like it when I put them out on Front Street. But people like you show me that there's real people out here.
Oh yeah.
And there's people that show up on time and they're never late and they help me and they, you know what I mean? They bring people and we do videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to do this all by yourself, you know what I mean?
No, it is. That's exactly why I found my team, and we all decided because we were trying to do our own thing and we realized we're all trying to do the same thing. Yeah. So why not do it together? So that's definitely the move, man. And then rain or shine, man. It was raining today. We drove away from a whole storm coming and everything. You're still gonna show up. You know what I mean? You can't do that because that's another thing. I procrastinated on myself with stuff like that. Like back in the day, honestly, I probably would have been one of those guys that didn't show up because nerves, whatever other excuses I could come up with. But now I'm just in a point where there's no excuses. You know what I mean? So like you can't. That's affecting me as well. If I didn't show up, then this never would have happened. We never would have had none of the ideas we've already talked about and the things that happen. Nobody would know that. I'm about to have the video drop because this is the way to premiere it.
And the relationship between me and you would have been nothing.
Yep.
I would have never even liked another video of yours.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have just been like snooze for 30 days.
Yeah.
For real, because then I get so frustrated with people that I don't even like. I don't even like none of their videos anymore. I just move on with my life. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because like they're essentially meaningless in your life, especially if they stand you up. It's like
they have me here waiting. Like,
right.
I understand if it's 3 days before and they say, "Hey, Yogi, I can't go. Man, something came up." That's cool. But same day, or sometimes I'm here waiting and they cancel on me. Dude, that's hard. Because I could be cleaning the house. I could be with my wife. I could be with my kids. And I'm sitting here waiting for someone that never shows up.
Yeah.
And one time I did a podcast the dude never showed up, so I just did a podcast by myself about how actions speak louder than words.
Hey, there you go. Get one in still. At least
because I had to do it because I was because sometimes I'm week to week. Like right now I have a few recorded, so that's why I said this one's not going to come out for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like sometimes I got week to week, like I'm recording that Wednesday, it's coming out that Saturday. So if that guest don't come, then I just got to sit here and just record. And I got to record about whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate you.
Oh yeah,
man.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much. So make sure you guys check out DreamyVerse on all platforms. His videos. He's actually shooting videos. I appreciate you guys so much for watching Big Yogi'Z Garage. Make sure you guys subscribe, share, follow him, subscribe and share on all his stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching Big Yogi'Z Garage, and we're ending it right here. I got these 3 words right here. This is faith, love, and hope. And I want you guys to have faith, show love, and give hope to everybody. Let's go!